Coach Ariana. I am here to take you through this week's surfboards and washboards ab challenge. I'm gonna go ahead and start day one with you guys and then take you through each day, showing you the demos and some coaching tips. For every single day this week, you will be doing 4 rounds of each exercise for a total of 15 reps. I was thinking if you count to 15, it's easier to keep track of. It's 5 more than 10, and you're only gonna do 4 rounds, so great, let's get started. So for the very first exercise, we're gonna go ahead and come down onto the ground. It is called the jackknife sit-up. You're gonna start with your legs long, your arms long, and you're gonna meet your body in the middle, all the way back out. One thing I wanna point out to you, if you have a lower back injury, you can go ahead and start with your feet up and then touch your toes. Also, you want to keep that core engaged. You want to feel like you're smashing your lower back. Your shirt shouldn't start to move on you throughout the movement. Again, hands are out in front, long in front of you, and your feet are long. Go ahead and meet that body in the middle. The goal there is to bring the shoulders up off the ground, get a nice good crunch in your core, and then again, your feet as high as you can get them. So this next one we have is plank rotations. We're gonna go ahead and get in a tall plank. Palms are underneath our shoulders. Our hips, our shoulder, and our ankles are going in a degressed line. From here, you're gonna go ahead and release one hand, rotate through the hips, bring the other hand up. Always look at your thumb and then come all the way back down. Switch hands, again, look at your thumb, follow all the way through, come all the way back down. A coaching tip for this is to go ahead and keep the feet a little bit wider than those hips to give yourself a nice sturdy base. Moving on, we have a Russian twist, a good classic. We are right here on our sitting bones, okay? We're gonna go ahead and take both feet up. This is a progressed version. I like to have my fingertips touch my elbows out nice and wide, and you wanna twist. You don't have to necessarily touch the ground with your elbows if you can't get there, but I really want you to feel that burn right here on the side and then twist again. Just because we are twisting, that doesn't mean we can let our stomach go out. Go ahead, bring it in nice and tight, and then keep that twist. The chest is high, the shoulders are rolled back, and keep twisting. Moving on, we have cross climbers, some of my favorites. We are in that plank position one more time. Palms underneath the shoulders. Again, our feet are behind us. We're gonna take opposite knee and opposite elbow, come together, and then fully extend back out. Opposite knee, opposite elbow, and then fully extend back out. Once you have the pattern, you can go ahead and pick up the pace, but again, that is up to you. Moving on, we have hip dips, some of my favorite. Go ahead and come down onto your forearms. Keep your fingers pointed straight. We are in this low plank position, and then you're moving your hips side to side. You don't have to take your hips down to the ground if you don't feel comfortable, but even just this small moving motion does get a good fire burn, taking the hips side to side again. And then last but not least, we have a butterfly sit-up. So you're gonna start with your feet, your soles of your feet together. Knees are gonna be out wide. Go ahead and bring that body down, and then bring that body up, keeping the feet pressed against each other, keeping the knees out wide. If you need to do this against, a wall, that's perfectly fine, or have some weight, children work great. Go ahead, come all the way down. What I would challenge you to do is to not use your hands as momentum to bring you up. Try to keep them in front of you as you use only your abs to bring yourself off of the ground. Hey guys, welcome to day 2. I hope you had so much fun yesterday. Moving on forward to today, one of my favorites, a beast hold, a shoulder tap. We're down on the ground, our knees are underneath our hips. This is a great position to start in this tabletop, and then just lift the knees. Again, knees underneath the hips, palms underneath the shoulder, and then don't forget to have your feet hip distance apart. You're gonna let go of that beast hold on one hand, tap the shoulder, come all the way back. Find that sturdy base, and then go ahead, switch and tap that shoulder over on the other side. A beast hold can bring your butt down if you're not paying attention. So just pretend like you have some very important liquid on your back that you do not want to spill. Keep your butt up high. Don't let it come down low, or don't let it come too high, all right? Moving on, we have leg raises. We're down on our back for this move. You start with your feet out in front of you, and then you go ahead and bring your legs up, and then bring your legs all the way back down. You don't have to add that added crunch to the top unless you want to. If you do, remember you take your heels and stamp the ceiling, come all the way out, and then all the way back in. If you have a lower back problem, go ahead and place your hands underneath your butt, take those legs out, and come all the way back. Or if you're doing it on floor like I am, maybe a little painful. Next exercise we have is a side plank with a reach and a rotate. So for a side plank, we are on our forearms. I like to stagger my feet this way, one foot in front of the other, but the foot is planted on the ground. You can keep your feet staggered. I guess stacked is more like it, but I like to have them staggered. We are up, hips are forward, chest is forward. We're gonna go ahead and follow the thumb one more time underneath the body, all the way up. Don't be afraid to move those hips. During this, you should stay balanced. Again, following the thumb all the way under, all the way up. Moving on, we have a dead bug. So for that dead bug, we're on our back one more time. Feet, this is our starting position. Hands, starting position. You're gonna take opposite hand and opposite foot, and you're gonna go out, and then come back, and then opposite again, and come back. So keep doing this. This one's more of a mental challenge than anything. Remember, opposites go out, and then opposites come back. Last but not least is a side plank rotation on the other side. So other forearm down on the ground. And I'll show you the modification for this one. You can keep that bottom knee bent on the ground. It gives you a little bit more stability. Again, following the thumb, going all the way under the body, moving the hips, and then coming all the way up. You have both side plank rotations. I just separated them. Hey guys, welcome to day 3. I'm glad you're here. Hopefully your core is feeling nice and tight by now, but let's go ahead and jump into today's moves. We have linear leans, okay? So we're down in that beast hold position one more time. I think this is the best. So we're down, beast hold position. Remember, knees are underneath the hips, palms are in the shoulders. From here, we are gonna go forward, okay? So let me show you one more time. I'm not moving the knees. I'm like pushing off with my toes, going forward. My shoulders go in front of my fingertips, and then I come back to center. My shoulders go in front of my fingertips, and then I come back to center. This is basically built for you to just transfer your weight, move your center of mass to a different location, and you get a lot more core focus burn. Moving on, we have toe touches down on the ground. Toes are up in the air. Go ahead, take your hands, reach for your toes, come all the way down. It's up to you if you want to take your hands behind your head, but I would also be aware that if you do swing your hands, you're using momentum to bring your body up. So if you just start here, toe tap, come right back down. That's perfectly okay too. Moving, we have a sit up and a twist. So feet down on the ground, pretend like they're glued, they're stapled, they're nailed, whatever you gotta do. Go ahead and bend the rest of your body. Come up, sit up, twist to the side, come right back down. Alternate your twists as you come all the way up, sit again. Remember, try not to use your hands for that momentum. Keep twisting. And next we have a lateral lean. We are here, beast hold position, just like the first one, but it's kind of like a sibling move. Core is tight. We're gonna move to the side. Move to the side. So pretend like you are on one of those moving bridges as it sways side to side. That's exactly what you're doing here. Transferring that center of mass one more time. Moving on to the next one, we have plank reaches one more time. If you remember what those were, we are in a tall plank, taking our hand, looking at our thumb, or reaching overhead, coming right back down. And again, taking our thumb on the other side, looking, coming right back down. Moving on, we have slow-mo high knees. This is one of my favorites. It's a sneaky one. Core is tight. Glutes are squeezed, feet are hip distance apart. You can do whatever you want with your hands. Go ahead, transfer that weight to the other foot, and bring that knee up nice and slow. And then bring that knee down nice and slow. It should take about 4 seconds per each leg. You can stay on the same leg, or you can alternate, take that leg right back down. Again, if you do alternate, you do have to transfer that weight from one foot to the next, or right back down. When that core is squeezed, it should feel like this is fighting to come down nice and slow. That's all I've got for today, and I'll see you tomorrow. Hey guys, welcome to day 4. Here we go, let's get started. To start, we have a bird dog. We're down in that plank position. Right here, hands underneath the shoulders. Our feet are out behind us, hip distance apart. Today, let's go a little bit wider than hip distance, just so we have a safe base. From here, you're gonna take opposite hand, opposite arm, and let go. Come right back to center, and take opposite hand, opposite leg, let go. Come right back to center. Here's a modification, because this is gonna be completely challenging. Go ahead, come down to the knees. Let them stay on the ground, and then take opposite hand, opposite leg, come all the way out, and then right back in. Like yesterday's slow-mo, this is a nice, slow, and controlled move as you move your body away, and then bring it back towards the center. Our next exercise is side hip dips one more time. We did this, I believe, on day 2, down on the ground. Again, you can keep that bottom knee bent as you come up, or you can stack or stagger up. Oh, we did do this actually, but it's kind of like the other one. We're right here and we're dipping the hips. Okay, take the hips down, keep this hand off the ground as long as possible. But if you do need to support yourself, you can go ahead and lean here and keep dipping the hips. From here, you do have 15 total reps. So what you can do is split that in half. Moving over, we have the reverse crunch, down on the ground. Hands underneath the butt if you need to. If not, the feet are gonna start out at about a 45-degree angle. Come up and stamp the ceiling. You're crunching. Right here, it could help if you held a table, a chair, a couch, or a small child one more time. Keep those legs stamping towards the ceiling. Moving on, we have, that was a good one. Reverse crunch, and then we're moving into plank jacks, okay? So in that plank position, this is one of our favorites at boot camp. Go ahead and jack the feet out, bring them right back in. This is a little bit of a faster movement once you get it going. If jumping is not gonna happen, you're in plank position, and you're gonna go ahead and out, and tap. Next exercise, we have a beast hold with toe taps. This is incredibly challenging, but totally doable. In that beast hold position, go ahead and let go of that body, touch the toe, come right back out. Touch the toe, right back out. If flexibility is an issue, you can tap those knees as well. Coming here, and opposite hand, opposite knee, same goes with the toe, right back out. Opposite hand, opposite knee, same with the toes. Last but not least, we have sit up and punch. So we're down on the ground, your feet are flat on the floor. Go ahead, sit up, give me 2 punches, and really that punch is to get that small rotation, come all the way back down, all the way up, big exhale, 2 punches, and so on and so forth. So see you tomorrow for our very last day of washboards and ab exercises. Welcome to the last day of the challenge. Let's go ahead and get started. I know you are so excited for this to go into the weekend, so here we go. We are starting off with a 3-point plank down on the ground. It's exactly what it sounds like. You are gonna be in a 3-point plank. So 3 points on the ground. You can do whatever you want with your other limb. Right back down. Come up, 3-point plank one more time. Right back down. Take the foot out for a dance. Come right back. And take the other foot up for a dance. Come right back. So you're basically going around. You can mix it up in any direction, any order, but 3 points on the ground most of the time, okay? Each time you lift is a rep. Moving on, we have a starfish sit-up, also known as a starfish crunch, one of my absolute favorites, one of our favorites at boot camp. We are out nice and long. From here, I'm going to take opposite hand, opposite toe, and meet that body in the middle. Notice that my back comes off the ground, my shoulders are off the ground. I'm trying to get my foot up as high as it can go, all the way back, and then all the way up one more time. A good challenge for this is to keep the legs off the ground as you go ahead and come all the way up, and then all the way back down. Moving on, we have rock the boat. This is a fun one. It might hurt on a hardwood floor, so if you have a rug or some carpet, feel free to do this one. We are here, knees are bent. We are in this stayed crunch position, which means shoulders are off the ground, and you're rocking forward and backwards. Keeping that core in is a challenge here. It's so easy to let it go and let the joints do what the joints want to do. But remember, belly button in at all times. Moving forward, we have plank L crossover. In that plank position, you're going to take you're going to take a knee straight forward to an elbow, over to the opposite elbow, and then back, okay? So I'm going to go ahead and do this standing. Here, I'm going to take the knee up, over, back, and then down. You can stay on the same leg for 15 reps, or you can go ahead and alternate. That would make it 30 total. Moving over, we have plank hip dips one more time. Previously did these, but we are right here. There's two versions. This is a side plank hip dip and then the regular plank hip dip. We are right here in a plank hip dip. Feet are a little bit wider. Go ahead and dip the hips as they come down. Remember, your hips don't have to go down to the ground. You can also do them on your forearms like I demoed earlier, down on the forearms, on the toes, and then we're dipping the hips again. The higher you are off the ground, the more challenging it becomes. You can also switch in that side plank hip dip that I showed you right here on the forearm. Feet are staggered or stacked, and then you can dip the hips again. This is a progress version down on the forearm. Moving over for our very last exercise, we have good old classic of bicycle crunches, but classics aren't classics, or are classics for a reason. Down on the ground, our feet are up. We are right here, we're gonna lift and twist the shoulder, send the opposite leg out, come back, lift and twist the shoulder, send the opposite leg, and come back. Always trying to make contact with that opposite elbow, opposite knee. And that's all I got for you guys. I hope you had a great week. Let me know what you